I would like to just go down the line. Could you just say your name and tell us what you did on the production?
Oh, okay. I'm Joanna. I'm co-producer, co-writer. I'm an actor in some of the later episodes, and good friends with Zach.
Stacy Nikushinsky, producer, as well as the caterer and craft person. And as most of you might know, I'm Zach's mom.
Alyssa Watson, producer and production manager, and a very, 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 I've been promised, very small feature. Finding out.
Hi everyone, thanks for coming tonight. I'm Maria Dinalan and I play Erica Reynolds, and I'm also a co-producer on the show.
I'm Monica Gronke, I'm a co-writer, now co-producer, and I'm also going to be in some of the later episodes.
And I'm Catherine Hogan. I'm an actor and producer, and I too will be in future episodes. And Zach and I met on working on a feature film last year, and he started talking to me about it then, and I got right on board right away.
You already heard from me, but I'm Zach.
What did you do on this exactly?
Why are you here?
No, okay. Well, first of all, I'm hearing a lot about these future episodes that a lot of you have features on. I want to know, what are there any plans in the future? Have you filmed already more episodes, or was this the only thing that you filmed so far?
So actually, as of last week, we shot parts of episodes 2 and 3, and that's where the Seed and Spark campaign comes in, because we were literally we all contributed, and that was basically the last of it. So this was us launching this campaign because we cannot qualify for any sort of film festivals unless we have 3 completed episodes. Also, selfishly, I'm in the 2nd episode, so so that's what we've done so far. But the whole the whole first season is written. I mean, we would love to shoot the whole first season. We already have plans for a 2nd season. That's how much of an investment we have in this amazing story. And I can say there was no question when Zach came to all of us the moment. I was like, whatever you want. We'd worked together before, so I was like,
And tell them how many episodes there are.
Oh,
Planned so far.
There's
Seven.
seven.
And I'm in season 2, so
Well, I can really tell that you're all very emotionally invested in the show, and that you all really, really have a heart for it. I really appreciate that. It really shows. And I just wanted to ask, what's next? I mean, how long did it take to film the episodes? Are you planning on doing another shoot day anytime soon? What's the next step in the process?
Well, it took us, we shot the pilot in 4 days.
Wow, 4 days.
4 days.
So
Yeah.
all of that in 4 days.
Yes, sir.
How about that? No, but that's insane.
Yeah, and like
It's a
Joanna
lot.
said, we shot a lot of stuff last week. Keep the momentum going. That's all we can really do, right? We just gotta keep pushing along and keep moving, and we're gonna tell the story one way or another. It's just a matter of how and when.
Mhm.
So I'm so excited to keep going with this.
Yeah.
So
it's a lot of fun to be on set. We're all like, oh my god.
And how long did y'all spend in the pre-production for this episode? What was that like?
Well, sorry, yeah, I came on board about a year and a half ago. I think you guys had started a little bit before then.
Well, the writing started, he started writing it by himself. He had sort of like a story,
It
an
literally started
argument.
in his notes section on his iPad.
Yeah.
That's where it started.
And then Joanna and I came on board, and then the writing process was really interesting because I think it took us the longest, and we kept rewriting because we thought of new ideas and new people. And when we were shooting,
Mhm.
one day we're like, oh, it's gonna be really complicated to get this location tomorrow. It's not good weather or whatever. It's like we have to rewrite the night before.
It was the scene in the car, right?
Yeah, then we have to change the kitchen and our actors learned it right there. And it was, yeah.
And then Zach and I went to SAG-AFTRA. We met with SAG-AFTRA when in 2017, really early on. And they were like, well, we need you to be, just file the paperwork 3 weeks before production. And we're like, oh yeah, well, we're here like 12 months before production. They loved that.
Yeah.
So, but then, of course, we met with them so early, but then, you know how time goes, you blink your eyes, and all of a sudden it's like, oh gosh.
You tomorrow.
Thank goodness we
Yeah.
started when we did.
Well, even
All
with,
that paperwork.
even with the film permits for shooting in that garage that was in Connecticut, thank God, like, it was all Zach was like, do we need a permit? Blah, blah, blah. I was like, good idea.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about that. It's tough to get all
You
the
have to get
locations
like
that
5
big.
signatures. I really
Yeah.
Right.
urged the people in Greenwich Town Hall. I was like, you'll see me again.
And also in New Jersey, there's rules about having a child on set, and we had to
Mhm.
go to the labor board and make sure we followed all of the rules and had a representative come to the house to check out the house in order for them to approve that the child could be on set.
And also, jumping off on the child scenes, I thought they were some of the most powerful scenes in the episode. I thought they were really well shot, really well done. I thought the parents were great. The like,
Where's Lizzie?
I especially thought like the minimal amount of dialogue was spectacular. Like their faces said it all, especially the little Devin, who was very, very good. What was the experience like shooting that whole thing? Like, how many of you were actually present during it? Was there
Oh,
First we get everybody was
talking at the
there.
same time?
I think from my perspective, flashbacks are such a good way to tell a story in a lot of ways. And I knew from the beginning that that was something I wanted to incorporate into the script. And we have flashbacks from all of the siblings, so we'll get to see younger versions of them as the episodes go on.
Oh, so that every sibling is going to be. That's
And they're all
fun.
equally adorable.
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, they always tell you the least amount you have to say, the better.
Mhm.
So that was kind of just the direction we wanted to take. I didn't think we needed to say so much as things that we can convey with things like a score and just you know, good acting.
That score, that was my first time with the score, and I was like standing there sobbing. So, you know, makes me cry every time.
Who made the score?
His name is Shadat Hussain, who where's Ron Jordan?
Yeah, he's coming tomorrow.
He's coming tomorrow. But Ron Jordan, he's our music supervisor. He's the one who connected me with Shadat. He's indulged me from the beginning as well. So I'm very appreciative to have him on board.
Video speaks for itself.
And moving to like the acting bits and stuff, I noticed that the 3 Reynolds siblings, really good character interaction. I thought all 3 of you have really good chemistry. Can you explain to me a little bit about the rehearsal process?
Got sound?
Where's Sam?
Sam, get over here.
Devin's here.
Devin.
Well, obviously Zach created it,
Yeah.
and I was on board as a producer, and from day one, you wanted me to be Erica, right?
Yeah.
And we were looking for, it was hard looking for Devin. Did I say why? It was hard.
You know, it's just it's a really
Find the right
yeah, it's
Devin,
a really complicated character. There's a lot of heaviness that we really needed to have just innately in him. And this guy, I reached out to this guy backstage, hoping that he would also indulge me, which he did. We're grateful to have him on board. It was a lot of fun to work with these two. I think we're very different, but somehow we just managed to make it work.
Just like the Devin, just like the Reynolds siblings, you're all very different.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a nice little trip, man. He hit me up, and luckily I checked my backstage. It was inactive at the time, so I was just like, you know how that goes.
Yeah.
Just hit me up on the email direct. But yeah, no, this was. I'm just happy to be a part of this, and Erica and Zach have been really welcoming. Joanna, I met them and we checked out. You know, I got casted, and then we went together. I think that's where the rehearsal process began because it was really non-existent.
It was a lot of impromptu rehearsal,
Yeah.
by the washing machine, before walking to the kitchen. Just like weird places on set, yeah.
Right. Yeah. So it began that night because Zach invited me to check out Marie on the stage, and then I vibed out, and that's when I kind of started really feeling like, all right, this will be a nice thing to do. So I'm just happy that my essence was able to kind of fit Devin in the way that they wanted, and yeah, see where it goes.
And last question for me, I just want to know, Zach, I want to know, because I know you're adopted, and I just wanted to ask how you felt creating the show, and like what you really want to communicate with it to other people who might be adopted, or what you want to tell them.
Yeah, you know, I've always, in a way, kind of felt like part of my story was, as I said in the pitch video, I always felt like it was misrepresented in a way, because you hear the narrative that, you know, a child's being saved and brought to a nice home, or you hear the opposite, which is also, you know, those are the two common things. But you can have a wonderful life and also still feel pain and loss for things that you don't know about. And if you're like me, who's, you know, exponentially curious about where he comes from, that's not something I saw on TV or in movies a lot. So I really tried to put things from my own personal life in there, which is not always the most fun because you have to relive some things. But but I was able to get these guys on board. So yeah, I think I'm proud of this. So
You should be. And just before we go, does anybody else in the audience have any questions for anybody up here about any part of the show, production, characters, really anything? Shoe size?
I am curious, what film festivals are you actually going to try to get into in order to get this out to the world?
Well, the film festival circuit is, if you talk to any filmmaker, it's really jeopardy in a way, because you gotta figure out strategically where you are likely to get accepted and where you can reach your audience. Because you can apply to the big ones like Tribeca and Sundance and all of those, but unless you have a huge name attached, it's really unlikely that you're going to get in. Sometimes you get like the really indie kind of films that have a good story and you get in there. So we'll be looking for the festivals that are specifically geared towards web series. There's some in New York, there's one in Denver, a few in LA, Vancouver. We'll see how we feel about the international festivals, because that would be really cool. But it's always a fun little game, because you know there's also money involved with transporting there, and the submissions itself, those are $75 a piece
You
usually.
just gotta make a series first, man.
Yeah.
Come back to that question.
Exactly. So it's really important that we have a nice package that we can put so that we're in a good position.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Any other questions from anybody?
So in total, how many seasons and episodes per season are you looking to accomplish? Saying you have the money, right? What is it that?
I ideally in my head I have 3 seasons. I have the first season sort of geared towards the siblings and the adoptee perspective. The second season I really want to be geared towards the adopted parents, Carl and Sandy. And then the third season I want to sort of that's where we start getting into like the cultural aspects, and and we would like to sort of incorporate the biological family perspective in the third season. So we have a full picture of the experience, which I feel like is not usually the case in media. So that's what we have planned for now. But things are always subject to change.
So no spoilers, of course, but out of 3 folders, 2 of them looks normal. What character?
Only Erica knows.
Spoil it.
quite surprised at just how diverse it is, guys. Never in my life have I ever thought that I'd be like playing someone related to someone from the Philippines and then someone who's Jewish background. Like, you know, when you're in it, like you're an actor, you're like audition, oh fuck it, auditions. and then I'm sorry, excuse my language. But then when you're able to look back on it, you know, it's my first time watching the final product as well. So I'm over there squirming and stuff. And it's nice to really see what a lot of what we wanted to see be represented on screen for a long time. A lot of things that people have been talking about for a really long time. To be part of manifesting that in some very small way is really nice. So that's what I need to share that.
Awesome. Well, I guess that concludes everything, but everybody please, if you have not done already, please donate. It's definitely going to a really good cause. Contribute, not donate. We don't use that word. But thank you everybody for coming so much. Can we give just another big round of applause?
We're the overdressed people. Yeah. If you want to take cash, check, or we're gonna have laptops and iPads.